Okay, so question is of what is transference and why does it happen? Okay, so first let's get clear transference. Okay, questioner asking energy transference. For example, when healing someone else. Okay, so let's explore. Okay, first thing to say is that transference occurs all the time to all people, whether they know it or not, because you're energy beings, and as we've said, you are vibrational energy beings, so therefore, vibration up, vibration in, you can't help it. You can't help it. Let's get that there first of all, because transference is, to a degree, a natural extension of being the human form that you are. So that when you are encountering energy of any sort, you will naturally take that into yourself because you are out and you are in, just like the breath. So to that degree, transference is actually just vibrational exchange. So when you are encountering, let's use human being for example, who is vibrationally same as you will feel automatic connection. You will feel very normal. You will feel very, very content. You will be you wherever you are at. If you meet a person of similar vibrational frequency to you, you will say okay. If you meet someone who is higher vibrational frequency than you, they will make you feel good. If you meet someone on a very low vibrational frequency, you will probably feel a little lower yourself. So this is to a degree natural. So it's not a question of why does it take place. To a degree, we will get into specifics, but first thing to say is that it is natural and it is happening all the time, even if you're not aware of it. And part of why we're not aware of it is because either we are not conscious of being vibrational being, so we are just let ourselves be vulnerable and victim to our own energy state, without understanding that there is potential for interaction and there is also potential for personal change just by changing that which you are yourself. So if you are unconscious of being vibrational being, then what occurs is that you go through life being a victim of your vibrational frequency and never understanding why life is as it is. So this is first thing. In terms of transference from a healing point of view, it can be done deliberately. You can deliberately transfer energy. It's in order to create more harmonious vibrational frequency for the person that you are healing. In and of itself, this is not a terrible thing, but it should be approached with caution, and here's why. Because unless you are very much in control of your own frequency, to deliberately create transference in when healing somebody else, you can be left with the frequency of the unhealed person, unwhole person inside of you. And if you are not aware of that or not very good at getting back to your own vibrational frequency, then you are subject to all that you are taking inside. So we would say approach that method with caution. It can be done. It has been done. It is done quite a lot by some people. We would say that it's not necessary to actually heal somebody by taking their vibrational frequency into you. There are much healthier ways to assist someone in their healing, and we can explore this in a minute, but taking their energy into yours is not necessarily the most helpful nor the most healthful way in order to achieve assisted healing. So we would say that to deliberately transfer when you are not completely conscious of what your own vibrational frequency is, and this is something else to explore, because it's not just if you're happy or sad, or hang on, I've healed them, I feel sad, therefore I must have taken some in. It can be much more subtle than this. And if you're not completely aware and in tune with that is what you're doing, it can lead to problems for your own vibrational frequency. Let's leave it as that for now. Okay, so transference can be done much healthier by creating an environment for the body of the person that is being healed to heal itself. This is how we see healing. We don't see it as the healer healing the body. They understand that they are creating an environment for the unhealthy body to heal itself. This is what healing is. And when you understand that from a practitioner point of view, you are able actually to assist many more people, because you're not taking it upon yourself as being the sole provider of the healing. Does that make sense? So let's say you are creating an environment for that body to heal itself. This is very important, because all bodies heal themselves. Nothing and nobody out there is doing the healing. You are always trying to create a harmonious environment in order for the body of the unhealed person to heal itself. All bodies will heal themselves. The healer does not do it, the body does it itself. Your job, if you are healer of any sort, is to create the environment in which that body, that person can heal themselves. It actually takes a lot of the responsibility away from the healer, because why do some work and why do some don't? It's not you, it's the body that is healing itself. Some bodies are simply not willing and not ready to take on board what is necessary to heal itself. So the practitioner, the healer of any sort, should always take that step back, if you will, which is almost like a distance. It is a distance, and it's an important one, because you are not responsible for the healing of another. The other person is always responsible for their own healing. What you do when you are a healer, and actually everyone here on the planet, by its very nature of being another human being, is a potential healer, you are trying to create the harmonious environment for that body to heal itself. That's your role, that's your duty, that's your responsibility. You are not responsible for whether that body actually heals itself or not. You cannot be, because it's not up to you. It's not a question of, can I be more powerful and therefore they will be healed? No, it's up to the person. Are they ready? Are they willing? Will they do what they need to do? If they are not in that space, you as the healer are irrelevant how much vibrational light you bring, to a degree. To a degree, there's an element there that we can talk on. But as a practitioner, as a healer, your role is not to heal. Your role is to create the environment in which the other body can heal itself. So let's talk about different types of healing. This is very important, because there are lots of people in the world at this time called to healing, called of all kinds, because they know that they are a part of the process of moving us forward into the new era. And as each person wakes up to the fact that they are unhealed, they are unwhole, they seek to become whole, they are seeking different practitioners, different healers, different ways of healing as a natural extension of the wake-up call. So this is a good time for people who are here to be the healers. That's why there are so many, because it's a time for all people to wake up. So what we say is, people have to understand, as practitioners, as healers, you're not here to heal. You're here to create the harmonious environment for the other body to heal itself. All bodies will heal themselves. You will not. That's crucial. What you are is an important part of the creating of the environment for that body to heal itself. And there are many ways to do this. So, for example, there is much in healing that talks of, for example, hands, laying on of hands to create the energy. Well, this is important because this is energy. So therefore, you are deliberately raising your vibrations energetically to a high frequency, because this then is transferred into the environment, the body of the person seeking to be made whole. So as you raise those vibrations, you are creating an environment for the other body to raise itself and match that vibration, because vibration attracts vibration. So as you are laying on your hands, for example, you are deliberately trying to stimulate the vibrational frequency of the body that you are in touch with to heal itself. As the body raises its vibrations to those higher frequencies, it is healing itself. Now, when you are any form of healing, let's talk about herb, same thing. The practitioner is trying through the herb and the plants to create an environment, to create a situation for that body to be of a higher frequency so that the disease or the unwellness, whatever it is, will cease to exist. When you are in communication, and there are lots of communication healers, they are through communication and words creating environments of harmony, environments of peace, environments of joy, environments of light, environments of love, in order for the vibrations of the person seeking to be made whole to raise its vibrations up so that the disease or the unwellness cease to exist. So the practitioner is crucial in so much as they need to be in and of themselves in a place of high vibrational frequency. And this is actually very important because the first person that should be healed is always the healer. There are many people that are drawn to healing because they are sensitive and aware to the changes that are occurring in the planet, and as that progresses, understanding their role is here to perform healing. But what they are missing in the first step is the fundamental need of all healers to be healed themselves. The healer who is healed themselves is already of such a high vibrational frequency that they are automatically creating, just by their presence, that high vibrational frequency that is creating the environment that bodies that come into that space are more likely to be healed. So when we say that the healer doesn't heal, there is one exception to this. The healer does heal, he heals himself. And this is so important. Many healers are out there in the world today seeking to heal without first starting at home, as it were. And we don't say this in a judgmental way or a harmful way. We say this that the healer is just as important as the body that they are seeking to heal. The healer has to come first. The healer always has to come first. You have to heal yourself so that you are at your highest vibrational frequency to enable you to fulfill the healing role that you are looking to complete here on planet Earth. So it's not that you are at fault in any way. We're not here to blame. You're feeling the drive, the pull to heal others, but you must start with yourself. And obviously you can heal others as you are healing yourself, because for most people on earth, healing yourself is an ongoing journey. It doesn't end because, there's life. And until you are perhaps living life in the highest vibrational frequency at all times, which may we say there are not any at this time doing this, then you are constantly going to have to find ways of healing themselves. And they don't have to be drastic, and they don't have to be extreme, and they don't have to be years and years and years of work. But they do have to start with an understanding that the healer himself must heal himself, herself, themselves. And that by negating the need to heal the healer, you are automatically setting yourself up for a harder task. And ultimately also, may we say, not fulfilling the depth of the healing that you could provide. Because we all know that the healers who are in touch with their own healing processes are the ones that are able to provide that much more harmonious environments for other bodies to be healed. So always, for a healer, a practitioner of any kind, start with the self. And this is ongoing and always. And it's not selfish. So to prioritize yourself is not selfish, far from it. It is recognizing that in order to be the most effective healer that you can be, you have to take care of yourself first. So we would always urge people to prioritize their own healing and to understand that when they are at their most whole is when they can be most effective to other people. So that's the first thing. Okay, so to understand this nature of healing, of how healing works, is actually very important, as we've said, because it takes the responsibility, if you like, away from the practitioner, away from the healer, and onto the person that is being healed. And this is where we would like to see healing now, because the understanding of all practitioners is that, you know, people coming for help obviously are not going to be, ideally the healer is of a much higher vibrational frequency than the person seeking to be helped. So you can't expect the person who's coming to you to be vibrationally ready to change, but your ability to create the desire in that person, energetically even, to be healed, is what you're here for. So as you communicate on whatever form that you do as a healer with your client, with your person, with your body that you are here to heal, your role is to try and encourage that person to want to be healed for themselves. Now, it seems crazy if they've come to you that they would not be ready to be healed, but actually this can be the case most of the time. So it's actually very beneficial for the healer to understand that they are not necessarily the problem, if you like, when somebody that has come to them for healing has failed to heal themselves in the way that they came to be healed. Because the responsibility lies with them, always, that they are ready and willing to heal themselves. So, now, when you have the harmonious environment that you are trying to create for the person that wishes to be healed, that is in on of itself a kind of transference, because what you are saying is that my vibration is here for you. Step into my vibration and allow your body to resonate with it. That is transference, and that is healthful transference. You are not taking their lower vibrational frequency into your body in order to create change. That would be unbeneficial and unhelpful in most situations. What you are saying is, here's my high vibrational frequency, and I urge you to let yourself resonate within it. As you do this, you see, what you're always focusing on is the high vibrational frequency and not the low vibrational frequency. And this is something else that healing and all of these therapies need to focus on more and more as we move forward into the coming new era, because there is so much emphasis in so many well-meaning people on the pain and the problem, that actually what you have to focus on is the joy and the light and the love. Now, people of certain practitioner therapies will struggle with this because they are trained in practitioner therapies which only focus on the pain and the problem. And what we would say is that you need to find a way to either make your therapy about the solutions, about the joy, the love, and the light, or you need to change your therapy. Because if you are truly here to heal at this time, as we are moving forward, you see, we have to all be about the light. We have to all be about the possibility, all be about the hope. And when therapy is about seeking the pain, you are not fulfilling the promise of what this time on planet Earth is about. So practitioners the world over will probably naturally, if they are truly inclined towards self-exploration and examining their life, are probably naturally feeling that they are wanting to create more and more joy and love and light in their clients, rather than constantly dwell in the pain and the dark. And this is not to say, this is not disillusionment with their therapy. This is just the wake-up call that is happening to all of mankind. The whole of mankind is raising their vibrations. And if you're a therapist already on this journey towards assisting this planet of beautiful people to increase their vibrations, you're aware in your heart that if your therapy is constantly seeking out the pain and the dark, there is a complete contradiction and inability to continue as you are. So I would say that this is happening quite a lot at this time, that practitioners of all kinds are questioning themselves, questioning their therapies, questioning their modalities, because they are aware, consciously or unconsciously, that there is something lacking. And that which is lacking is that everyone's attention now, everyone's focus now, everyone's projection now needs to be forward, needs to be up, needs to be on the light, needs to be on the love, needs to be on the creation, not on the problem. And this is something that each and every practitioner for themselves has to question. How do they achieve this? Is it possible to achieve this in the modality that you are currently working in? If it is, then that's your role now to transform. That's your call now, to transform the modality that you're in to one that is focused on light, creation, not the fear and the pain and the dark. And this can be quite challenging, and we don't underestimate this, because you see so many people have spent so much time finding the benefit of their chosen healing modality, and they are in that place and have utilized it perhaps quite effectively for so long, and now are struggling to see why they are disillusioned or why they are stuck or why. This is why. And this is why we're here to say it's okay. It's not you, it's the time. Everyone now is waking up. So as they wake up, we can't continue to be about seeking the pain, seeking the darkness. We have to be about moving on, providing solution, providing creation, abundance, all these positivity, all these feelings of uplight joy, not down dark despair. And this is the challenge for healers today, because they are here for purpose, they are here to heal. But you see, whereas healing means in the past, let's find the unhealed part and try to find a way of making that less painful. The objective now is, let's create total wholeness in that person. And there is a difference, and if you can't understand the difference, then this is your journey. This is your path you're on, to understand that difference, because there is one. There is a difference between seeking the pain and the difference of bringing the joy. There is a big difference. And there has to be a way within your modality of changing the way that you are operating, the way that you are thinking, the way that you are healing, because this is where we're heading in these times. The times are moving forward. And if you are a practitioner, a healer of creation, you see, you will be attracting now more and more and more and more and more of these people that are seeking to be created. Let's phrase that in a better way. So, if you are a healer who brings love and light and joy, or you are a healer who seeks the pain, the dark, the dysfunction. There is a big difference. All healing, not all, most healing can be transformed to be compatible with this time that we are in. There are some healing which is, I would say at this time, so focused on the dysfunction, the pain, the dark, it would be incredibly challenging to stay in that modality and move forward to where we need to be. So the healer in those circumstances that are questioning themselves need to start to feel within them the right path for them to take. They also can go seek help from other healers who will assist them on their journey of what next journey their healing path will take. This is not to say that the healer's work is done, far from it. There is so much healing to be done, but now it has to take on a different magnitude. It has to take on a different resonance. It has to take on a different vibrational frequency, because all healers now have to be providers of the light rather than dwellers in the dark. So when you say, what is transference? I would say, well, this is the biggest change of transference for the healer to concentrate on. In the past, you have had transference. As I say, it's a natural tendency of human. But you have had transference in a healing sense, in that you have sought to find the area of low vibrational frequency. Well, now we want to concentrate on healing the whole and providing the highest vibrational frequency. Some people will struggle with the identification of the difference of this. So I really want to try and explain. It's a personal journey. You need to know your intention as a healer. You need to understand where you're coming from as a healer. Where is your priority? Where is your focus? Where is your practitioner purpose going when a person comes to you? Are you focusing on how to create joy, light, love, abundance in your patient? Are you merely focusing on the removal of the pain? Because they are not the same thing. And whereas your personal healing practitioner focus may have been on the pain, the low frequency vibration that was in that body, we want you now to switch and work out how your healing modality can raise the vibrations of the person coming to see you. And you do this through many different practitioner ways. You can still stay within many of the modalities of healing and create this vibrational change. It's a shift in intent, it's a shift in focus, it's a shift in direction. Where are your priorities? Is it locating the pain, or is it raising the vibrations? This is where we want you to think as a healer, that you are now engaging in this process as the planet is awakening, as the vibrations are rising, and we're moving forwards towards the new era. So this is transference of a positive kind. This is why a healer's first role is to heal self. Get your own vibrational frequency to the highest vibration it can be. You will automatically then be in a state of transference, of high vibrational frequency, to all the people that are drawn to you for your healing purposes. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. I am Angela's guide specific here to talk on issues of health. Is my role. Okay. So when I am communicating ideas of health, I am never here to talk about issues of disease. I do not talk about disease. I only talk about health. I only talk about how to work, how to function, how to thrive. I do not spend my time talking about what is wrong, what is broken. Why? Because when you are allowing yourself to be drawn into the discussion of what is broken, you are allowing your patient to live in that place of brokenness. However, when you discuss with your patient healthfulness, you are urging your patient to step forwards into increasing vibrations of healthfulness. I am a guide of health. I am not a guide of healing disease. And I come to many people, not just to Angela. I come to many people to urge them to work on this vibration of health. We are all together on this journey towards health. Many people who have found themselves drawn into the role of healer have done so through a discovery of increasing health for themselves. They have stumbled into a healing form of one kind or another that has promoted increasing health in their own lives. And as they have done this, sought to bring that increased health to the world to assist other people. But what they have failed to miss the important part on is that they stepped up in their health in order to feel that need to promote health. When they were in the space of disease, brokenness, they were not feeling the drive, the pull to assist others in their healing. So it is only been since they have come out of that space of brokenness that they have felt the pull to help other people become more healthful. If you forget that important step, you forget what it is that a healer should be here to do. To promote health. Health of mind, health of body, health of spirit. And as you embark on your healthfulness healing, you are all the time allowing your patients to create their own personal path to healthfulness. When you focus on disease, on brokenness, you are creating an environment for the patient to exist in continued brokenness. And it will only ever be when you start to bring health, fullness into the equation that you allow your patients to move on. Let's dispense with the disease and dispense with the brokenness that actually, may I say, is a complete waste of time. Only in the light of creation will your patients move on to healthfulness. It's a different idea from where we have been for much of the time as a planet, but it's a crucial one, and it's one that I will not back away from as a guide to all that will hear me. Please speak health. Stop speaking disease. There is a fundamental need at this time for people to begin to thrive. You can't thrive simply by eliminating pain. You only thrive by creating health of mind, health of body, health of spirit. Okay, we are delighted to leave it there with the words of wisdom from the Guide of Health with Love.